Hello guys, welcome to another episode of NHBWR. Kyle cannot be with us tonight, so it's just going to be me, Phil, and Brandon tonight.
Yo.
It's been a while since we did an episode, but tonight we're going to review the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Our first match was the Wyatt family versus the Usos. Brandon, what went down in this match?
It was a pretty good opening match for a tag team match. Jey Uso did a dropkick to Aaron Rowan off the top rope, and it landed into a roll-up by Jimmy Uso for near fall, which was pretty cool. Jimmy then gave the Samoan drop to both Wyatts and hit a Whisper of the Wind, if you know old school Jeff Hardy.
Oh yeah, clean Whisper in the Wind. Clean.
Yeah, better than Jeff Hardy's off the top rope.
Oh yeah.
And then Jimmy hits two big kicks to the head of Luke Harper, like those big snap kicks. Then Harper gets up and hits a sit-down powerbomb to Jimmy, which we thought was probably going to be the end of the match. It's usually Harper's, finishing move.
Yeah, powerful powerbomb. I mean, it should have ended right there.
And Jimmy kicked out of that. It was pretty shocking. Then Harper does a suicide dive to both Usos. They both hit the barricade. And then they bring one back in the ring, and the Wyatts do a double superplex. Like
a chokeslam type thing, right?
Yeah. And the Usos kick out of that, or Jimmy Uso kicks out of that, which was like, wow, a tag team finisher, and they actually kicked out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then to end the match, the Usos hit the Flying Usos. Both of them did it to Rowan, and they retained.
Yeah, like you said, when the Uso kicked out of that powerbomb, it was pretty shocking. I mean, the Usos pulled out all the stops for this match tonight. I thought the Rowan and Harper were gonna win this for sure, but the Usos doing everything to retain their titles, and I'm thinking this feud is gonna continue on for the next few pay-per-views maybe.
Yeah.
Our next match on the card was the Divas title match, Paige versus Naomi. What went down?
First, there was a few good spots in the match. Naomi hit a crossbody from the top rope to the floor, which looked like it hurt both Divas pretty bad. Then they went to the top rope to try and do a superplex, and they both just kind of botched it and fell out to the outside of the ring.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And then Naomi hit I guess she calls it the rear view, where she throws Paige off the ropes and then hits her with her butt.
Which is basically her finisher, right?
Yeah.
And then she sat on Paige's face, it looked like.
And Paige kicked out of that. And then to end the match, Paige hits her, not the Paige Turner, not the Scorpion Crosslock, but the Rampage.
Rampage, devastating looking DDT type move.
Yep.
Honestly though, guys, I thought this match was pretty bad. Naomi and Paige had pretty bad chemistry, and they were just botching everything. It was just a pretty bad match. Mm-hmm. What was our next match, Brandon?
Our next match was the Money in the Bank, before that there was a small match between Adam Rose and Damian Sandow.
AKA Paul Revere.
Yeah, it was terrible. Adam Rose hit his kind of Dean Ambrose lock driver, whatever he calls it.
Mm-hmm. Adam Rose picking up the victory. Damian Sandow getting in some offense though. I mean, Adam Rose looked dazed and stuff. It wasn't just a quick Adam Rose victory. Damian Sandow actually got some offense.
It lasted about 5 minutes, but there really wasn't a lot of anything that went on. It was just kind of
not much, no.
Crap.
Just a surprise match, I guess.
Yep, and we'll move on from that into the Money in the Bank ladder match for the briefcase, the first of the two of the night. As the match starts, Dean Ambrose just attacks Seth Rollins, and they explode to the side, and he throws him near the announce table and in behind the timekeeper's area. There was a lot of good spots in this match, as you would, guess it's Money in the Bank. So, Kofi hit his boom drop to Swagger on a ladder. There's a lot of ladders used in this match, and a lot of brutality used with the ladders. Kofi then falls off a ladder, lands on the top rope, and then jumps off onto everybody that was on the outside of the ring. That takes a lot of, patience and concentration for that to happen.
That was definitely insane.
Yep, another great Kofi spot. Then butterfly suplex by Ambrose to Rollins on a ladder in the ring corner. Then Rollins, or the Rolling Thunder by RVD onto Rollins on the ladder. Big ECW chants out of that one. The crowd was very pro RVD.
Yep, RVD adapting to the ladder environment, as he usually does.
Mm-hmm. Then Ambrose hits a superplex to Rollins off the ladder. Then Swagger does a Swagger splash to Ziggler, who was on top of the ladder. Ambrose gets pulled off the ladder trying to go grab the briefcase and reverses it into a DDT on Jack Swagger. Seth Rollins gets thrown off the ladder onto another ladder that was set up on the rope, and that looked like it hurt Phil.
Yeah, that was definitely my most favorite moment of the night. Rollins landing on the, he's basically, the ladder was set up so that it was half on the rope, half on a standing ladder. Just crazy. I can't believe Rollins would take that sort of bump.
Yep, and we thought that was the end of Seth Rollins because we didn't see him after that for a long time. Zigzagged to Kofi onto a ladder. Ambrose was about to climb and get the briefcase, and Kane comes out and starts assaulting Ambrose.
Yep, ring post pyro flashes as Ambrose is almost picking up the victory. Dispatches of Ambrose, and Rollins gets the win.
Yep.
As per authority dictated, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then the next match was just a throw-in match. Stardust and Goldust versus Ryback. Phil, do you have anything to add for this match?
Nah, not much to say, just besides, Stardust and Goldust winning as everyone said they would. Not much to say, just this Stardust thing is pretty interesting. I'm glad they didn't break up the Rhodes brothers, but let's just see where it goes. Yeah,
it looks like they're gaining momentum for possibly a tag team title run. Anyways, on to the next match was Rusev versus Big E. Big E goes for the spear and gets hit with a knee. We thought he was going to get one of those, big spears to the outside, and we didn't get it yet. Big E then took control. He then got off the spear to Rusev, knocking him outside the ring, and Rusev actually finally looks like he's hurt for once. We haven't really seen him.
Yeah, showing signs of weakness for almost the first time ever.
And Lana's yelling at him to get up. Rusev, crash, come on, get up. And Rusev gets back into the ring, and Big E tries to go for kind of like a off the rope kind of clothesline, and Rusev hits him with one of those big jump kicks he does.
I love that kick. That looks devastating.
Oh yeah, it looked like Big E might have lost some teeth out of that one. And then he finishes off with the Accolade. Big E tried to get power out of the Accolade, but it was too much for him.
Yeah, honestly, this match was actually pretty exciting. I mean, everything from that devastating spear from Big E to Rusev to outside the ring. I believe they did that before, and it was just as devastating this time. And then, Big E actually almost powering out of the Accolade, but Rusev holding it on and applying it more strongly to pick up the victory. I don't know why Big E is representing America all of a sudden versus Rusev, and that promo before the match where I think he was trying to talk like Martin Luther King or something, that just seemed way too forced and fake.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but I mean, somehow the match definitely turned out more interesting than I thought it would.
Yeah, for two big guys, they actually lasted a certain amount of time in the ring.
Oh yeah, it was a pretty good match overall, actually. And our next match is Summer Rae versus Layla, and Brandon is just pointing the match to me because he has nothing to say about this. Fandango's the guest referee. Summer Rae and Layla are having this Twitter feud. There's a love triangle thing going on.
God, it's terrible.
I guess
it belongs on Total Divas, not in the ring.
Yeah, definitely some Total Divas thing. I guess Layla picking up the victory out of nowhere. I looked away and I missed it.
I don't even know what she hit her with. It was just like a regular finish. It was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But Layla, for some reason, she's using like 3 different themes at the moment. Don't know what's going on there either.
And then her and Fandango just kind of make out and then leave, and a bunch of crap.
And that was that.
Yep.
And on to our main event, the WWE World Title ladder match. What went down, Brandon?
Oh my God, this was just 2 ladder matches tonight. It's just too many spots for me to handle tonight. It was just crazy. Roman Reigns and Sheamus did a double team onto Kane with the ladders, kind of sandwiching them in between them. Then Kane gets in the ring, chokeslams everybody, and tries to help Orton climb the ladder. Basically, Kane's just a bodyguard for Randy Orton in this match. By the Authority, who's sitting at ringside.
Yep, Kane never won to actually go for the big title for some reason.
Nope. Then Cesaro and Sheamus are fighting for the belt, and then Bray Wyatt pulls down the ladder, and both guys are hanging from the belts.
Yeah, I'm surprised the belts didn't fall. Like, I'm guessing they have an extra clamp to keep the belts strongly up there or something.
And it was crazy how they were hanging onto them,
like
with all their
literally
weight.
hanging on the belt, yeah.
If only that pulled down, that would have been controversy.
That would have been some TNA type thing if those belts would have fallen down.
And then Orton's got cut open on just a regular kind of just not even a move. It was kind of like Kane just dropped the ladder right on Randy Orton's head.
Yeah, like the ladder sort of cracked him in the skull, I guess, and he was bleeding, and Charles Robinson was taking care of him at ringside for a little bit.
Yep, and then Orton, all bloody, he does one of his patented DDTs from a ladder that was set up from the apron to the announce table onto Sheamus.
On a Sheamus, yep.
Then kind of everybody gets back in the ring, and they all start trying to climb the ladder over top of each other.
Oh yeah, huge scramble there. Like all 8 guys are in the ring, sort of running around. Kind of looked like they were playing tag or something out in the ring.
And then Sheamus hits a bro kick to John Cena, even though just Randy Orton was in the ring with him. And then he mocks Cena with the "You can't see me, fella." And then Kane tries getting up the ladder, but setting up the ladder, and gets turns around into a Roman Reigns spear.
Yeah.
Like through the ladder. Like
Roman Reigns, running through the ladder to spear Kane, and Roman Reigns kind of went into berserk mode there for a few minutes.
Yeah, he kind of then dominated the match. Spears, Superman punches to everybody.
And that really awesome kick that he does, where like he kind of like lands on his back on the apron.
Yep.
He did that on the announce table too. Mm-hmm. Crushed a couple of the Mountain Dews that they were spamming all night.
Oh yeah. And then John Cena and Roman Reigns are kind of like showdown in the ring, looking at the title, and then they start fighting. Reigns spears Cena. And then basically from here it was kind of like one superstar taking out another one until they reached the end. It was basically, Reigns set the ladder up, got taken out by Orton. Orton gets taken out by Sheamus. Then Sheamus gets taken out by ADR. And then
Bray Wyatt and Cena and
yeah, it was just on and on and on. And there was a really good spot where Orton like grabbed Cesaro off the ladder and gave him an RKO.
Oh yeah. That was definitely like one of my favorite moments of the match. Sort of like just pulls Sheamus's leg, was it? Or ADR?
No, it was Cesaro.
Cesaro's sort of just pulls him off and does an RKO off the ladder. And then that, along with Cesaro's many uppercuts in the match, definitely my favorite moments from this match.
Yep. And then to end the match, Orton is kind of trying to set up the ladder like he's going to win. The Authority's all happy. Kane's in the ring with him, helping him set up the ladder. And all of a sudden, Super Cena comes back in, FU's Kane, then grabs Randy Orton, FU's Orton onto Kane, and then climbs up the ladder, and John Cena becomes a 15-time world champion, folks.
Yep. Hometown boy wins it. 15-time world champion. Michael Cole calling him the greatest WWE World Heavyweight Champion of all time. Honestly,
a stretch, but
Cena was my pick for this match because I think he will be the title holder for SummerSlam, because I think we're going to get Lesnar versus Cena at SummerSlam, so it makes sense.
It's just going to be interesting when Daniel Bryan actually comes back. Yeah,
speaking of Daniel Bryan, he's got a title shot that he has to reclaim. Mm-hmm. He was in the pre-show actually. Bo Dallas sort of confronted him. He called Bo Dallas a boner. Crowd starts chanting that, and then he tells him to leave as in exit my ring, please, because it's my promo.
Yep.
But overall, decent pay-per-view.
I liked the 2 ladder matches. It was really fun to see those.
Yep.
Basically, I'm gonna end this with kind of a channel update, guys. I know we haven't been around for a while. During the summertime, all 3 of us kind of have opposite work schedules. We're all working a lot, so we're sorry we're not getting a lot of content out for you guys. We're going to at least get the pay-per-view reviews done, since those are, the big things. We'll try to be back around probably September, October kind of thing, getting back into the mode of full-time, weekly videos and stuff like that. So bear with us. We're still here. We'll still bring you guys content. It's just going to be a little bit while before we get back into the regular stuff.
Yeah, sporadic from now on. We'll do this when we can. I don't know. Just to end off, what's your match of the night, Brandon?
I would have to say it was the Money in the Bank ladder match.
The contract match?
Yep, there was a lot of good stuff in that match.
That Seth Rollins bump on the ladder, that was just awesome.
Yeah,
Check it out
crazy.
if you can, guys. But yeah, that's our Money in the Bank 2014 pay-per-view review. Thanks for listening. I'm Philip.
I'm Brandon. See you later.